Hello. Today we are looking at how to generate a new business total by company report inside of your Genesis Now system. Starting with our base reports, we're looking for policy and client detail report. Once I've clicked on policy and client detail report, we're coming down to where we build our report and we're looking at our possible columns. Any possible columns that I would like to see on my report, I can do so by clicking the green arrow to move them over to the report columns. If there are any report columns showing already on the report column that I do not want to see on the report, I merely click the left-hand arrow to move it over to possible columns. For instance, I do not need to see the date that the client was added. I also don't want to see their mailing address, so I'm going to move all of those over to the possible columns. I don't need to know the occupation or the relationship on this report. My agency only has one location, so I'm going to also remove location. And I don't need to see phone numbers or emails on this report. So I'm going to move all of those over to possible columns. For this particular report, there are a few things I need to add. Starting with new/renewal. I also need to add effective date. And I need to add premium. Now, I need to further filter a few of these items, starting with effective date, company, premium, new/renewal. Oh, and I also need to add policy status, and I need to further filter this. Starting with the effective date, I want to look at last year for my agency. So I'm going to select last year from this drop-down. However, you can also pick specific dates, so a specific date range by clicking onto the date option. For company, I want to group these, so I'm going to turn group on. The premium, I want to see a total premium, so I'm going to check the sum box. For new and renewal, I only want to see new, so I'm going to select new from this drop-down. And then policy status, I only want to see active. Now, coming up to the right-hand corner, we're going to click View Report. And you'll see a report that has the company listed at the top of all active policies, and then a sum of the premium totals below each of the companies. If we scroll all the way down, you'll be able to see a grand total and the number count. As a reminder, you can email this report. You can also export this report as a PDF or CSV file, as well as print this report. Let's say this is a report that you'd like to run weekly or maybe monthly. If we click this back to report configuration, we can memorize this report. I'm going to name this New Business Premium Totals by Company, so that I know which report this is. Then coming over to my Memorize button, I'm going to click Memorize and then Save. Once I scroll up, if you'll notice under my Memorized reports, there is my New Business Premium Totals by Company. I hope this has been helpful. If you have questions, let us know.